and it is just a beautiful day here in Virginia. It's gonna be almost 70 degrees and I'm motivated to get some more seeds started. So I thought I'd come out here, chit chat. I gotta open a window because it's actually quite warm. So I'm gonna chit chat as I plant just to make the time go by a little bit faster. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Anyhow, how's everybody been? It has been a long winter. Who's with me on that? Let me just get over here really quick and open up a door. I am actually barefooted right now out here in my sunroom because the sun is coming up or the sun is just beating down in here and is warming up the tiles on the floor. And I thought, what better way to just enjoy the sunshine than to be barefoot, be out here and get in the... Those were all my garden containers that just went over. So let me go pick those up really quick and I'll be right there. I'm just around the corner. I knew eventually they'd go over on me, but I need to pick them up because those are the sizes I'm actually using today. So I recycle all my pots from previous years. So if I go buy something, I just recycle them and use them unless they're cracked. But for the most part, they've been really good and I've been using them. I always go and buy more. I get these at the Dollar Tree. You get 6 of them. They were $1.25. They're probably gone up this year. And then some of these are actually really good containers that I don't know where I got these from, but I like these. So I'm just gonna really sit here and just have fun. And I wanna let you know, I stopped using seed starting soil and I started buying an actual soil called Happy Frog. I'm sorry. Yeah, Happy Frog by Fox Farm. Here it is right here. This is what I do. This is now what I start my seeds in because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go with a 98% germination rate by using this versus using seed starting soil. To me, that is just a bunch of peat moss. There's nothing in it and this just works so much better for me. So this is what I'm gonna start filling up. So let me get you switched around. We're gonna move from one table to another and get some things moved around and we can plant some stuff together. Here we go. Let me see what I got here. Boop, boop, boop. I have so much on this table, friends, that it is hard to get organized right now. And of course, in true nature, hey, Sailor, thanks for coming in. Hey, Aaron, thanks for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. If you could hit the thumbs up and share my video out, that would be great. So I'm really gonna just start scooping all this soil into my containers. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I keep my seeds in these plastic bins. I purchased these at Hobby Lobby. And so I try to color coordinate. If it's like orange, then carrots go in there. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sparkle, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that is such a blessing. Thank you so much, Sparkle. Thank you. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some cucumbers. We are gonna get in our tomatoes. I'm only gonna grow like three varieties of tomatoes this year, and I've decided to cut back a little bit on what I'm growing because, to be honest, I mean, I have my chickens here, and what I don't use, I usually give to them. But I'm really thinking I'm gonna be doing the Amish paste tomatoes. I'm gonna do a cherry tomato, and I'm gonna do like a really just nice slicing tomato. And I think those are the types of tomatoes I'm gonna grow this year. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch out. I just don't think that I need to grow all these tomatoes. I have so much tomato sauce downstairs, so this year when I'm growing, I've decided I think I'm gonna preserve my tomatoes by maybe making, I don't know, barbecue sauce, more chili base because I used a lot of it over the winter. Hi, another time, welcome in. So yeah, so that's what that's kind of where my thought process is. So we'll garden, we're gonna grow what we eat, or eat what we grow, I should say. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm still blown away by that one lady, Sparkle Farts. Sparkle Farts, thank you. I like your name, it's so cute. I'm still blown away. What a blessing you just did to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. So anyhow, as I said, I do not use the traditional seed starting soil. I don't think that it works. I use Fox Farms Happy Frog. And you can just tell by the looks of that, just how nice that is. So yeah, I like trying to change things up every gardening season. And you know what? It is the season, and I know that YouTube everybody's doing their garden. Everybody's talking about seeds. Everybody's jumping on the garden, and I love it. And I support all those people who are doing it. But quite honestly, I wanted to get on here and see what new friends I could make and just pass the time by doing this. So I've got several bell peppers that have started to germinate, my onions. Oh, and every single flower that I planted by seed has germinated so far. I'm just like, wowza. Flowers have actually been my new fun thing to do. So yeah, that's been my fun new thing to plant, are flowers. And last year they did really well for me, and I'm just a really happy camper with it. So anyhow, I'm sorry if you don't see me. It's because I'm bending over here, filling up my pots. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. How's everybody today? How's your weather? Let me know where you're from, so you know where I'm from. Where are you from? And is your weather warmed up? Because I've about done with the cold. I'm ready. We need to move on. So I use another pot to scoop my, I've even thought about doing those blocking seeds, right? Those, they're metal, they do blocks where you don't have to, you can eliminate the containers, but I don't know. I still go old school. Sometimes old school is just easier for me. Thank you, Linda, for having me on your television. I appreciate that. So I got a tray. I got my first tray here filled up. See, you guys just make this so much fun because it just is so much easier to plant with friends, don't you think? So now the thing is I do have my tape because I'm out of my stick markers, and we are gonna determine what we're gonna plant first. I'd like to get the tomatoes done because those seem to take a little bit longer for me to plant. So I think I'm gonna do a super sweet hybrid cherry tomato. I don't know. This was a sample that I received, and it is a Mountaineer Delight. It's supposed to be disease resistant. It's 77 days, 63 tomatoes, larger red beef stick, sweeter flavor, the original West Virginia 63 tomatoes. I may just plot that in just to try it out because I haven't planted those yet. I have a lot of contender tomatoes, but I'm looking for my Amish paste tomatoes, and I may be in the wrong, I may be in actually the wrong, I may be in the wrong container myself. So we're gonna close this one up. I don't know what I did with my Amish paste. I know they're here. Here it is. So the Amish paste tomatoes, actually I had ordered something. I have a couple of packs of Amish paste. I ordered something from Rare Seeds and they sent me a free gift. And then in a seed swap, I got some more seeds of them. Because you know, as long as your seeds are like heirloom or organic, you can save your seeds. You don't need to be buying seeds each year. But I still buy seeds. I mean, I still buy seeds because if I run into somebody or somebody needs I was blown away, the unreal. I was blown away. Like I had to look a couple of times. I was like, what? So anyhow, yeah. You can go back to the beginning and watch it. I was like, what? Like, oh my gosh. That's why I was like, oh. Anyhow, enough of that. But I like to still buy seeds because if I am involved in a seed swap, I like to be able to give a good variety of seeds for somebody that, you know, may or may not be, have the money to go get the seeds because seeds have gotten expensive. But I will tell you, the ones I buy at the Dollar Tree, the American seeds, they're 3 for $1.50. Hey, Jennifer, you did come at the right time. And I was in there yesterday and I picked up, I don't know how many packs of seeds. It was probably $20 worth of seeds, something like that. But my point being is they germinate just as well as your top of the name. I have used them many, many times. So there's the seeds. These are Amish paste seeds that I received. I want to say I got these last year through Indiana Gardener Seed Swap. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. She's in the middle of doing a seed swap again this year, which I didn't get my information out. So sadly, I'm not going to be participating in that seed swap. That's okay this year. Sometimes there's just years like that, right? So there. So because the seeds that I just planted are a little bit older than my other ones that I have, I did plant like 6. Watch them all germinate. So we're gonna plant these next because these were a free gift. So yeah, so the Amish paste, there's quite a few seeds in here, so I'm happy about that. I don't know how many I'm gonna plant. I know that the beds that I have, I have, let me see, I'm 1, 2, because I can see it from here, 3. I have 3 beds. They're about 4 feet, 5 feet long. So I think what I'll do, because I can put all these together because they're all the same tomato plant. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. And so yeah, anyhow, I lost my train of thought, friends. So we're just gonna, I'm planting literally 3 in a container. And I may have a lot of tomatoes coming. I don't know, we'll find out, won't we? Am I a little bit behind for my zone? So let me think. I'm in zone 7AB. Yeah, I saw the super chat. Yeah. Can you even believe that? We are talking a blessing there. So yeah, I'm gonna, what was I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought again. There we go. I think planting 3, 6, yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12. I think 16 tomato plants is sufficient for me in my family. I think we're fine with that. And what I don't use, I can always gift to somebody. So those are all my Amish paste ones. Now I have to make sure. I am really trying to be very diligent this year, because I'm not, of labeling everything. You're gonna do 200? Yeah. Well, I took a look at my pantry to see what did I really need down there, and quite honestly, I have so much tomato sauce that I need to use. So what I'm planting here is gonna be turned into barbecue sauce. One of the things that we use a lot of this year is the chili base. And I use a lot of my vegetable soup base where I do like the tomato sauce, and then I go to Aldi. Aldi has the best price on the organic frozen vegetables, mixed vegetables. So I go and I buy like 10 bags, and that gives me about 20 quarts, because half a bag for each, or whole bag, whatever. But that makes the best soup base with the fresh tomatoes. So then if I just want to do a vegetable soup, then I can just dump it. If I want to add meat to it, I can. So I need to make more of that. And I may end up planting more of these. I don't know. So I'm labeling them now, because if I don't label it now, I can tell you this. They won't get labeled. They just won't. Yeah, I like the Amish paste. I think they're really good. I think they're just a really good tomato, nice and plump. I think I may be easier to, kind of connect them together. I'm taking the time to write all this out, and quite honestly, this is one of the reasons why I don't label, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like it just takes more time. So, hey, if you're just coming in, can you give me a thumbs up and a like, share it out? I'd appreciate that. I just wrote paste on there, see? Amish paste. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this, and then I'm gonna try, I might have to run to the store. If you did not know, friends, Leanne over at the Mennonite Farmhouse is doing an open collaboration for pies, and it started last weekend, which was Pie Day, and it's running up until Easter. So anybody can jump on, make a pie, tag her in the pie and the video, and she'll add you to the playlist over on her channel. So if you have time to do that and you want to do that, I wanted to let you know so you don't forget. So I have 6 containers with a minimum of 3 seeds each. So that's about 18 plants. I think if they all germinate, that's about 18 plants. And I think that's more than enough for what I need. So I don't want to overdo it and feel overwhelmed this summer like I did last summer. I am not growing one hot pepper. Oh, you're in zone 7. So they changed the zones like a year ago, right? And so I say I'm in zone 7, A and B, because I'm kind of where I'm located, and it kind of goes in both zones. So yeah. Okay. So those were that tomato. Now let me see. Where's those ones I wanted to do? Oh. For those of you who did not see earlier, I was gifted these when I bought something, and these are the original tomatoes that came from West Virginia. So let's throw a few in there. You know, I feel like that I was behind too, PGT, but you know what? It'll be fun if you have the opportunity to start it now. don't stress over it. Because I was like, oh, I should have had these done. I should have had my tomatoes already in. It's usually up to 8 weeks, but you know, they're still, so our last frost here is May 10th. It's always Mother's Day. So I still have, at least in my eyes, the way I'm counting, a good 7.5 weeks. So I'm not too, yeah, so I'm not too worried about it. So it's all good. So I think I'm gonna do a couple of these seeds. I'll do 3 of these West Virginia seeds and put this one back. I like the fact that they're heirloom, and these are the original tomatoes that West Virginia would grow. And I'll read it again if you weren't here. There's 63 tomatoes. These are supposed to be really great for disease resistance. They're larger red beef stock. So I don't know. We'll find out. So that can go back into my tomato seed, and I want to label this one up as WV tomatoes. And that is 326. And there we go. That can go back in here. And I think what I'm gonna do next, pickles. I think I have some of these. These are my hybrid cherry tomatoes, yeah. And we know how cherry tomatoes grow. Yay, congratulations. Mine are too. I was checking, Heather, this morning. I'll show you in just a minute. I'll show you in just 1 minute. I planted a whole bunch of pepper plants, and one plant germinated. You should see this thing, how fast it's growing. But the other ones, I'm like, where are you? And what did I do wrong? So I think I'm gonna plant 3 seeds of the cherry tomatoes. Because if you plant cherry tomatoes, you know how prolific they can get and just grow. But like I said, if I ever have extras, my chickens are right there, and I just throw them to my chickens. So we're gonna put that one back. And maybe by the time I actually transfer these out into my actual garden, I'll have new, pardon me, stakes where I can actually label them again. So these are, well, these better be cherry tomatoes. It just says super sweet hybrid. I don't know, we'll find out. But let me grab you my pepper plant that I was just talking about. Oh yeah. Look at this. This has been the only one that's germinated, and I just looked in here, and the other seed is coming out. So when I do pepper plants, I always do 2 at a time. So yeah, isn't that pretty? Every year I still get amazed on just the fact that you can plant a seed. It's God's creation. I believe his word even talks to us about that, right? How everything we need to eat and live off of is found in a seed. Maybe I'm wrong, and I don't want to misquote the Bible at all, but I feel like I just read that somewhere or heard about it. But yeah, so that's my first pepper plant. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. I need to water all this today. Oh, I see another pepper, 2 more pepper plants germinated. So I'm happy about that. The only spicy pepper I'm actually planting this year would be a pumpkin spice jalapeno that I got. So we're gonna try that and see. I haven't had luck growing it, but we're gonna try it. So I have 2 more containers to fill up with tomatoes. So let's just do some more Amish paste tomatoes, right? I'm just like, so let me drop those out. If you want to, I mean, I'm gonna try and turn you. Nope, it's not gonna work because of the way I have everything set up right now. I'm sorry. All right, so we added 4 more Amish paste. And if you're just coming in, let me just tell you what I was saying earlier. I do not use seed starting soil. I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it works like it used to. That's just my opinion. So that one year when hardly anything germinated, I'm like, what is wrong? And I knew it had to have been the soil. So the following year, which I believe was last year, was my first year, I switched out and I started using Fox Farms Happy Frog soil. And that is now what I use to start all my plants in. I don't care what I'm doing. I even use it to refresh my potted plants for the house. And yeah. Let me show you something. This requires movement, so please bear with me. So, yeah, so if you don't know which one I use, I will show you. It's this one right here, Fox Farm. And it has everything in there, all N, P, and K, phosphorus, nitrogen, everything that you need. So, but let me show you something. I'm gonna, let me grab. Okay. I don't know if you're gonna be able to, tell me. So I propagated these plants here. That's supposed to be a spider plant. This just came off of my ivy one down there. And that came from another one. And then I bought this one. So my aloe right there is looking a little sick, but the purple plant over there is doing quite well. So yeah, that's what I'm really trying to propagate house plants. Maybe I can sell those, I don't know, but why not, right? I like house plants. So, especially easy ones to take care of. Yeah, so. Oh, she's good. She's just busy with her candle business, Heather. That's doing well for her. So she's good. She doesn't make a lot of videos, but that's okay, right? So you know what? Let me run and get my water really quick. I didn't bring that out here. That's one thing I didn't bring out. So I want to get these watered in, and I will water them on top, and then I will water them from the bottom, and they will go in my little cute greenhouse that I have over here. I bought this, well, this one I bought probably off of Amazon, because the one that I bought at Big Lots, also known as Pick and Save, if any of you guys know what that is, it didn't hold up very well, so I had to buy a new one. So we'll see. Get these watered in really good from the top. And then I am gonna put some water down in the bottom. and let them just sit in there and let it get soaked up. I think we're good. And these are gonna go over into my little greenhouse. Let me get this. Here we go. One more tray of something to preserve. Oops. I just spilled water all over me. So I'm gonna pull this out. Woo, that is hot in the greenhouse. I think I'm gonna lift this up and kind of leave. I have my heating mats up here too, so I think what I need to do is, there we go. I'm gonna get the lid and cover it up. One of the things that I did learn was that, sorry for the noise, I just wanna cover it up with a plastic lid. There we go. So, I did start some onions. I started Walla Walla onions and I started bunching onions, and those are all doing well. But I don't think the aluminum tray that I put them in is deep enough for them. So I ended up ordering last night through Haas. They had some Walla Walla onion starts already. And so I ordered, it came in 50s. Like, what are you thinking, Tina? Like, what are you gonna do with them? Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with them. When I lost everything in my freezer, all my bell peppers, all my onions, everything that I had preserved were in there. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna preserve them, put them in bags and put them in my freezer. So tomatoes are done, check that off. Filling accomplished this morning or this afternoon. So last year I actually grew celery, loved it. It was the best celery ever. I got carrots I still want to do. But guys, if you don't mind, we're gonna take a walk really quick inside because I am really hot out here. The sun is really hot. We can continue our seed talk. And we can continue. I need to grab my water. Look how red my face is. It's hot out there in that sunroom. Whoops, I gotta leave it open. So, what have you planted in your garden? I'd love to hear what you've planted and what you're starting on. Let's go over here and see. Much better for me. Oh my goodness, was that bright? Was it not bright? Or it's hot? Whew. Here comes the dogs. Can you hear them? I'm trying to get this to go down just a little bit so I can see you better. There we go. Did you hear my dogs all coming? Let me close the blinds now because that is... There. Just right now, just so we're on there. Okay. So yeah. Hey, Adrian, welcome in. So, whew, it is hot. You know, when you are freezing cold and all of a sudden you just jump up, you know, and it's supposed to be 68, which is going to be probably close to, you know, maybe 70 here, and you're out there in the sun, it's hot. This fluctuation of temperature is just, ugh. Anyhow, so yeah, so aside from that, I want to get my herbs started. So I am gonna try again cilantro. My basil did well last year. I directly planted it in my beds out there with my tomatoes. Well, let's back up. So what do I have growing in my garden right now as we speak? Lettuce, radishes, spinach. I have a feeling my peas aren't gonna make it because when I went out there to check, darn varmints again came in, and I know they grabbed the seeds from underneath. So I think I'm gonna start some seeds. I wanna soak those first, but I think I'm gonna soak them and then start them indoors so they get a little growth so I can put them out there versus Um, oh, you know what I'm trying to say. I wanted to grow instead of directly sowing. I wanted to directly sow, but things came up and took it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I do want to head to Home Depot. I want to get some extra topsoil. I need some extra dirt for my garden. And I have a ton of goat manure that I need to add in. Oh, please. Really? Why? Am I not paying attention to you? You hear that? So, and Adrian, I'm sorry. I never got my list and my seeds out to you. It's just been crazy here. So, but yeah, I was going to do the seed swap again and just, it got crazy. So I have from last year's seed swap, I planted a couple of flowers. They're out there that I got from Adrian's seed swap. And the one I thought, I'm like, this isn't gonna grow. It's a rose something. And it's not, like, it had been out there. And guess what? It finally germinated. So I'm really happy about that. I did order a bunch of tubers to grow dahlias this year, but I did find out that deer love dahlias. So I have to find a place, which is going to be difficult, to have dahlias grow without the deer getting them. Now, I learned last year that deer do not like zinnias, so I started a whole pack of zinnias, and sure enough, they've kind of all germinated, so I need to up-pot those and give them more room to grow. Do you hear my dog slurping over there? Do you hear that? Is she just... Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty? Bear, was that delicious? Was that delicious, huh? Was that delicious? You want to look at her? I don't know if you can see her. There she is. Nope, she walked away. She is a little worm, I can tell you that. Anyhow, she needs my attention every moment of the day. When my attention, if I'm not with her, she needs to be with me. So yeah, so the flowers germinated. So I was like, woohoo! I was so excited about that, Adrian, because last year I tested out growing flowers, especially zinnias, and I bought calendula, but through the seed swap, through Adrian, I got some calendula seeds. Adrian, those germinated too, so I'm really happy about that. Because I use it for medicinal purposes, and I make a salve with it. Somebody keeps trying to call me. And I always need to have calendula oil infused. Do you hear this? Stop. Now stop. Stop. I'm so sorry. That's awesome, Jennifer. And Adrian, I watched your video this morning. Do a little bit at a time. I remember last year during the fall. Do you mind? I'm on a video. Look at her. Come say hi to everybody. There she is. Do you have to go outside? Okay. Duty's call. Can you chat amongst yourselves and I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, friends. I didn't, but we'll see. She seems to be okay now. Hey, Barb's Country Home walking in. So I was telling Adrian, last year, I really struggled. I was gonna do a fall garden and I decided not to do it, and I was so thankful. And so what I ended up doing is I went out, I don't know, maybe once a week, and I cleaned up like 2 beds at the most. Literally, I took 1 hour. I said, in 1 hour, I'm gonna clean up 2 beds and get it ready for next year. And so that's what I did. Yeah, you know, Heather, I used to do that too, and it works great. So I just encourage you, don't try not to feel overwhelmed, Adrian. You'll get it done, but maybe if you can say, okay, this week I'm gonna do 2 beds or 3 beds, I don't know. But for me, giving myself an hour out there to get it done, it helped me a lot. And so by the time, and I was just so thankful I didn't do a fall garden. And because I went back to work too, and it was hard because I didn't get it done. Labor Day weekend came, I was traveling, and so, yeah, so you'll get it there. And then I went out this morning, or not this morning, like when I first went out there to go plant, I just kind of looked at everything and I was like, oh, I need to do this, this, and that, you know, that, like the trellises are falling over. I need to get some more T-post in, and it just, there's always something. I would like to get a couple more raised beds, but I think I'm good for right now. So tell me, what are your, yeah, it does seem a lot, but only don't look at all of it, Adrian. You got this. What tips do you have for growing successful onions, like the big bulb onions? What is your tips for growing? And the soil, how loose down does it need to be? How many inches would you say? Do I need super loose soil, like 3 to 4 inches down? Because doing them by seeds, I've not had a lot of success. So, and since I bought the starts that are being shipped to me, I'm praying that those will work. And I think I should be able to directly sow. So amend the soil really well. Okay. Okay. See, that's what I'm thinking, Adrian, is that, well, I'm south of you, so, but everywhere up, like in Pennsylvania, they all right, well, I have all that. I can throw some more in the soil when I plant them. And they should be hardy enough when I come in, with my weather being the way that it is. I should be fine directly planting them out there and just probably keeping a cover on them until my time comes where I can remove the color, the cover. So, because was it last year? Yeah, I overwintered onions one year, the bunching onions, and they did great. I had a great success with the bunching onions. So, I know. So, do you hear my dog now, like, chowing down food? My gosh. Gently swipe away the soil from the bulb little by little to allow bigger bulbs. Thank you for that tip, Adrian. I appreciate it. So, I saw when I went outside, and I don't know if it's because I have too much straw on top, but I only see one of my strawberry plants that I transferred out there. I should have more, and I'm wondering if it's just underneath, and if I have to look at my weather. I saw this week, we should be in the 60s and 50s. It doesn't look like it should be too cold, but I'm wondering if I should pull some of that straw back now and maybe cover it for the strawberries to really get going. So I saw my greenhouse down the street, the nursery, whatever you want to call it, they have onion starts as well down there, and some potatoes. And I love growing potatoes. We eat them, and I want to get some red potatoes, and I really want to grow some red potatoes this year. And potatoes are also a heavy feeder, so they really deplete a lot of nutrients out of your soil. So you have to make sure that you are giving it a good fertilizer and fish emulsion on a regular basis. So that's something that I recently learned over my course of growing potatoes, because I often wondered, why am I not getting the best yield like I did when I first planted them? Well, I need to be watering or feeding it more fish emulsion. So yeah, so that's good. Wow, I've been on here 46 minutes. You know, I'm feeling accomplished. At least I got another tray of seeds done today. And those were all my tomatoes. And that was really my goal today, was you've got to get your tomato plants done. If there's nothing else you do, you have to get those done. But I did vacuum. I need to unload my dishwasher. My laundry's done. Bathroom is done down here. I got to do bathroom upstairs, our bathroom. But that's, I think, going to be for tomorrow. I think that's what I'll do. I got my lesson plans done for work for next week, so those are done. So I accomplished a lot today, and I'm feeling confident in having time to maybe just run down to the greenhouse and kind of wander through and see what they have. I don't have to buy anything, but I just want to know, what do they have right now? Thank you, Adrian. So, but yesterday, let me tell you, so my week started off very busy, and I did some deep cleaning that really, I know, right? It doesn't hurt to greenhouse shop, does it? Just to look. My week started out really busy in the home. We were hosting our community church group here. And, you know, I mean, yeah. So it was about cleaning certain areas that just really needed my attention, you know, like those baseboards and all that, washing rugs. So I worked really hard on Monday. Then I went to work on Tuesday. And when you work with little 3-year-olds, y'all know it takes a lot out of you. And I love it. I love every minute of it. And then Wednesday, I didn't work and finished cleaning and getting things ready for Wednesday night, but then I had to bake too. So I had to do 2 different types of baking. I know, that's why I'm afraid of going, but I do want to go just to kind of get out and feel the sun too. And then I had to bake for Wednesday night, and then we hosted, which was so much fun. And, you know, you prep for all of that. And then yesterday, I had taken a headache, and I know it's the pressure, that fluctuation of our weather, because it's so up and down. And I knew it was allergies because I woke up with a really bad scratchy throat, and I just was wiped out. And I literally got up, even coffee wasn't tasting good to me. And so I literally sat in my chair with like my electric blanket on, just a nice low heat, and slept off and on, not kidding you, all day long. I did have energy to make breakfast for my husband and I, but I slept off and on all day long. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, excuse me. And so, oh good, yeah, I soak mine. When my seeds are older, I soak out my seeds. So by the time last night rolled around, I was feeling much better, and I allowed myself too many Diet Cokes yesterday. I couldn't get the energy, and I don't drink a ton of caffeine, but when you drink caffeine and it does nothing for you, you know you're off, right? So I went ahead and I went to bed. It was going on 11 o'clock. There was nothing on television. Well, we don't really have a TV. I usually do YouTube or Amazon Prime. And went to bed. And I didn't get up until 7:30 this morning. And so, yeah, that's what I did. And I'm feeling so much more rested and ready to go. But doesn't Adrian? I don't have any, and I was looking for my ibuprofen because that's normally what works for me. And I couldn't find it yesterday. So, but today's a new day, and today is a much better day. That I can tell you. And then next week I work, and then we go on spring break for the following week. It's so hard to believe we're here at this time of the year, don't you think? Okay. Well, I'll have to get some the next time I'm out at like Walgreens or the store. So yeah, there's just so much. I was looking around the inside of my house. I have so much work to do on the inside. We're gonna paint a wall in our living room. We have it blue, and we like the blue when there was a picture on our wall, but we moved the picture to over above the fireplace and put the TV on the wall, and now we just don't like the blue. So we went out and bought the paint, so we're gonna paint one wall. But I was looking at like the doors, you know, the doors into the bathrooms and the bedrooms and stuff, and I'm like, all these doors need to be repainted. Like, seriously. And then you know what I did? One out of everything that I did today, one of the most important things I did is last year, I purchased a what is that? What are those things called? A pressure washer, okay? I got an electric pressure washer, and we used it once, maybe twice, and it doesn't work anymore. So I called them because it's still under warranty. It doesn't go out of warranty until like July. And so I went ahead and called, and it's still under warranty. And they gave me the name of a small engine shop literally 10 miles from me. And either it's gonna get fixed or they're gonna replace it, and at no cost to me. So I have that call in because I need my pressure washer. Like, my whole deck and everything needs to be pressure washed. So I can't wait to get my pressure washer. I'm weird that way. Because during this time of the year, I'd rather be outside than inside. So I'm gonna try and motivate myself more as the weather warms up, you know. So let's reverse that. So during the summer heat, if I don't want to be outdoors, then that's when I think I'd like to start repainting some of the doors. And I might start now. It shouldn't take too much to do, but it's just something, there's always something that has to be done. Yeah, I know. I just can't believe that and March is normally a really long month in my opinion. Like, it takes forever, but it just seems like it's just flying by so fast. It's like, wow, we're already, you know, past the middle of the month, right? We're already past the middle of March, and we're going to be into April. I'm so blown away by it. It's your favorite? Yeah, because March is one of those months where it's like, well, you're coming out of the winter season. And I don't know about you, which I can imagine, like, I know through like talking with Adrian over at Indiana Backyard Gardener and that, I know, like, her and I, the weather that we've had, and it's just, I know her and I are both ready for winter because of the snow and the wind, and like, I'm so over it. I'm just over it. Winter was hard on me this year physically. It was hard. And you know, after that one snowstorm when I really injured my knee, like that literally took it out of me. I was like, what? And I literally couldn't do anything. I had to sit and ice my knee 3 times a day. I couldn't do any hard work. And my leg is starting to give me problems again. So this morning I got up, and I don't know what, nobody can tell me what, they said it's a strained ligament or something. Like, really? So what, am I not supposed to do something? So I iced it this morning, and it's feeling good and I can maneuver. So I think one of the things I really need to start taking time to do, and I keep telling myself this, but I'm not doing it, and I could kick myself for it. I need to go downstairs where my little workout area is, and I need to sit down there and I need to start doing some stretching. And I think whether it's yoga type stretching, Pilates, it's all the same, but I think I really need to start stretching my body again. Stretching is really, really important. And start lifting some weights, whether it's 5-pound weights or 10-pound weights, but I think I need to do that type of workout. Yep. So I don't know. I mean, I don't feel old. Like, okay, I don't think I'm that old, but there's days I just feel really old. And when your leg is keeping you up at night, I think part of it is sciatica. God, I sounded like my grandma there. I can't do lunges. I can't do lunges. That's part of the problem, Adrian. I have to get stretching first, and then I can start lunging. When I try to squat like onto a chair, that's really painful. Coming down my stairs, doing the alternating feet, I've been having a lot of problem with that. I'm like, what is going on? And I feel that there's just something that's been missed. That's my opinion. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. So today, I don't think I'm gonna plant anymore because now I don't feel like it like I did. And my tomatoes were my top priority. But my green stalk that I have out on my deck, my chives are already growing back in there. They are already green. I could probably go cut some off. So yeah, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And just kind of, I don't want to say relax, but I do know this. Dinner tonight is going to be simple. Simple would be like a grilled cheese sandwich. That's kind of how simple I'm gonna be tonight. What about you guys? What's your plans for dinner? Because I had no energy yesterday, we ended up getting some fast food, and I'm not doing that again tonight. So what is that? Spoonful is just one spoonful at a time. I don't know what you're talking. Spoonful of what? Joan the Homesteader, spoonfuls, just one spoonful at a time. So, ground turkey. So I did that the other night. I made a ground turkey taco seasoning. Yep. Doing chores and cooking. Yep. And it's funny because, I mean, I've done almost 1,700 steps already today. So I know by the time my day's gone, I usually get almost 4,000 steps a day. I know they say 10,000, but for me, that's good. As the weather warms up last year, so they said for my body type, my weight and everything, I should do at least 5,500 steps a day. That's how much I should be walking a day. And I was doing really well with that. And then, the colder months come in and it's too cold to go outside and do that. So on these warmer days, I'd like to take advantage of, trying to get out there and get some extra steps in if I can. Like walking the greenhouses down the road, right? I can go walk that. It's huge. I mean, I forget how many acres. This thing is huge. So I can get some good steps in there and see what they have. Making tacos tonight. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that. Yep. So my one knee, so when I fell, I laugh about it now, but I really was very fortunate that I did not get seriously injured than what I did. And I hurt my right knee. That's where I tore my MCL and piece of my bone on my knee chipped away from that fall, carrying laundry down the stairs. And yet I walked on it for 6 weeks, but it was still causing me so much pain. I finally went into the doctor and he told me, and then he told me I had severe arthritis in my right knee. I was like, okay. And then now my left one is starting to, it flares up, and they told me I have strained ligament. I'm like, and I probably have babied it and overused it because of my right leg. The way now I come down the stairs is like sideways, but I'm trying to really do, alternating my feet to stretch out the thigh as it bends. So yeah, well, I hope your knee gets better, Joan the Homesteader. I really do. So one of the ladies in my church group, she just had a knee replacement, and then one of the other ladies, and they're older ladies, she's going in next week for a knee replacement as well. Oh my, ouch, that hurts. Oh, so, well, I do hope you're doing better. So, oh, I've been on here an hour. So I know I don't do lives very often anymore, guys. It's not that I don't think about it. It's just I haven't done any lives. And to be honest, when my weeks come and I'm busy, and I also have been really disconnecting from, I've been, so I can still access my Facebook because I have to, but I've removed the app from my phone. And if somebody tags me or something, I can still get to it from my phone, but I can't hit the app and go up. So I have disconnected a lot from social media. And my life is just so much nicer without it. I'm on Instagram, but the only time I'm on Instagram, quite honestly, is when I drop a new video, and I will share the video over there, the link, and that's it. I was posting in daily basis and scrolling through, and it got to the point where I was just like, I can't do all this political stuff. I'm so over it. And then YouTube, all they're doing are running ads now for where I live in Virginia. And I'm like, come on, you guys, get off of this already. Just, so I don't get offended with it. I get tired of hearing about it. Like, I know who I am. I know what I stand for, and that I don't need you to be up there telling me and preaching to me about who I should vote for or how I should vote or what I should vote for. Do you know what I mean? I can think on my own, and I do my own research. So for that reason, I disconnected. I did. Yeah. So that's part of my reasons why I've disconnected. And I even have a couple of friends off of here. Yeah. So we're in the same situation. We all have to vote before the 21st. But I have groups that, I chat with some friends that I've met on here, and even in those groups, I'm not very chatty. The less, like right now I'm using my phone, but so aside from social media and that, I've disconnected from my phone a little bit more too, where I'm not on my phone as much as I would normally, just, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I don't need to do that. So, and it's been, so now what I need to do is, instead of, when you're attached to social medias and you're posting or whatever, now what I need to do is I need to fill that space where I would normally spend senseless hours scrolling or, on Facebook or Instagram or whatever the case is. Now I need to fill that with other things to do, whether it's gardening, whether it's painting a door, or being in the Word, or, something like that. So that's what part of Virginia are you in, Joan? I'm just curious. You don't have to give me the town. Like, are you in You can give me the name of the county. That's fine too. I'm in Northern Virginia, just so you know. So that may help you determine where I'm at. So yeah. Do you hear my rooster? Okay, gotcha. So you're south of me. You're south of me. Yeah, so anyhow, that's pretty much it. Do you ever go up to HOA, the Homesteaders Conference of America, Joan? I'm going again this year. And Amanda from the Happy Homesteader, she's in North Carolina. Months ago, she had posted that she was going. I told her I would be there and that I'm looking forward to meeting her. And oh, I'm really sorry, Joan. I'm very sorry. I know there's still tickets left if anybody's interested in going to that. It's a great time. And last year I learned a lot from, you know, the speakers, and it was just a really nice time. And I got to meet up with some other YouTubers there. Ouch, I hit my knee. Anyhow, I think it's probably time for me to get going. It's 12:30 here. I want to get showered and go walk the greenhouse. Maybe I will. I don't know. But they have a cute little coffee trailer that is there, so they have really good coffee too. And maybe I'll try. I mean, I can make myself an iced coffee here. I could do that and then go walk down there with my own iced coffee. That didn't cost me $6, right? I just do like an iced maple. I guess you'd call it a latte. So I know, Jennifer, there's a couple of things that I think you put some videos up about a move from 5 years to this year. So I haven't seen that, but it is on my list to watch. So yeah. And look, I'm looking over here at my basket and I have little mini pumpkins from fall. Those need to be taken out to my chickens. They were white, they're now turning yellow. So I think that was something else I want to plant this year, is I'm gonna try and plant some pumpkins so I can preserve it in my freezers for my own pumpkin bread and pumpkin pie. So that's fine. That's fine. Well, I'm so happy for your move. And Joan, I hope your knee gets better. Adrian, give yourself 1 hour to go do something out in the garden, and then you will be amazed on how much you get done. You can do it. Don't stress over it. You got this. Heather, it's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you for sharing the fact that you make your own soil to start your seeds. I know you've been really busy doing stuff and sowing. So yeah. Joan, thank you for sharing about your knee. I do pray that gets better for you. And Jennifer, your move. And I don't know who else is here. At one point in time, there was like 30, 40 people on here. And that's because when I go live on YouTube, just directly onto YouTube, more audience comes in. And that person who gifted me, it's gone now. I don't know. Do you guys still see it? The super chat or whatever. Is it still there? Because I don't see it. Have a blessed day. But yeah, I'll find out when I hang up. So, but I'm going to go because I do want to accomplish a bit more on this beautiful sunny day here in Virginia. So I'll have another video coming out maybe tomorrow. I plan on doing another pie video. So that's what I'm going to work on. Until then, friends, thanks for being here. And I will catch you on my next live, and hopefully you'll come back to watch the rest of my videos. Be blessed, friends. See you later. Bye.